Hello again, everybody, and welcome once again to another episode of Tech Times Daily. I'll be your host for today, Christian Tejares, and with me is my co-host, Christopher the Nonstop, with the king of the ring of conversations and jovial banter. For this episode, he's just Chris, the great Christopher Short. Hey,
Yeah,
Chris,
Chris is good. What's up, man?
how are you?
Good, brother. I'm good. Trying to stay cool.
Yeah, with every episode that we do, the news seems to get weirder and weirder. So, and,
Yeah.
and just a warning for this one, I might not be able to keep a straight face while reading this news. So please bear with me. Okay, our topic for today comes to us from our Tech Times writer, Jace de la Cruz. Christian Media Ministry Group, Catholic Answers, proudly introduced Father Justin as an interactive AI app designed to provide faithful and educational answers about Catholicism using advanced artificial intelligence technology. However, they may have committed a holy mistake when the AI said it was okay for babies to get baptized with Gatorade and other controversial statements. Chris Costello, the director of IT at Catholic Answers, emphasized the app's purposeful use of parish priest characters named Father Justin to convey authoritative yet approachable responses rooted in Catholic tradition and teaching. In response to the uproar, Catholic Answers promptly demoted Father Justin to just Justin. I'm sorry. Removing the priestly title, rebranding the AI as a virtual apologist. Despite the demotion, the AI chatbot remains accessible on Catholic.com, where users can engage with it for informational purposes. Chris, is there a valid argument for technology and religion to cross pollinate?
Uh, no, I
Sorry.
think, I think Father Justin or Justin, um, he's definitely put a damper on the cross pollination of religion and tech at this point. But I mean,
Yes,
do you really? Because it's all about right getting advice from a religious leader. You tend to lean on that person, right, for their unique viewpoint or like you have a relationship with this person. I don't think this is the aspect of religion that needs to be pawned off on AI.
the very concept of religion actually revolves on empathy. Do you think AI would have empathy with regards to answering questions? Like,
No.
is the Catholic Church actually down in employment?
Well, the one good thing about Father Justin is he ain't gonna be touching nobody. So, I mean, if they want to, if this is their attempt to be child friendly, that works.
It's
But
incredible. We received news regarding killer robots the other day, and we're receiving the use of AI like this.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
is there really a valid argument regarding the cross pollination of tech and something as Catholicism?
no, I don't think so. I
Like
mean,
something that's built, which is very human. I think religion, as much as people criticize it, it's a very human thing.
mm,
In all seriousness, of all the professions that needs to be human, I think when it comes to religion, when it comes to spirituality, it's something that an AI can't actually replicate.
I have to agree with you. I'm not even an incredibly religious person, but I agree with you 100%. Uh, it should remain as personal as possible because I feel like this is a stepping stone to AI overlords.
Yeah, and there is such a thing regarding every type of religion of nuance.
Mm,
Like, the
yeah,
AI will be learning from the questions that's going to be asked from it, but all the questions it's going to be asked of it are not necessarily black and white.
right? There's one instance I seen on Twitter where the lady was just kind of goofing around and was like, "Me and my brother's going to get married," and Father Justin was like, "That's awesome." And then I was like, okay, maybe he missed the part about brother, right? Like maybe something was, fair enough, right? Maybe it didn't pick up on that. But then like the last line, and I don't have it pulled up. I wish I would have kept it up. But the last line is like, kind of to the effect of like, uh, I wish you and your brother like the best or whatever. He
Really?
tells like this whole story of like the sun rising over a sissy or whatever, and it's like this is in depth, and it's more than just a quick response, right? Like he does kind of have some personality, but
It
bro, you can't
it
sanction
feels like the priest has been
incestuous.
drugged out.
It's I don't know. It's what see, we don't know which corner of the internet these AI things hang out in, whether they're a priest or a doctor or a spokesperson for New York. Like we don't know where they hang out on the internet. So
I don't even know the type of programmer that did the AI for this, but the answer regarding baptizing a baby with Gatorade, like how
hey,
do you come up with that?
I mean, hydration is key, man. Stay hydrated, baby. Stay hydrated.
Like, do they have sponsors there?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You
Like
just
again, we
oh, that
go
would
back.
be bro, that would be such a good commercial. If like you remember the Gatorade commercial, the Is It In You campaign where like all the
Yeah,
famous celebrities would sweat and like the color.
the
Yeah.
color of the
And
Gatorade would actually
yeah,
drip
I want to
out.
see him. Yeah, I want to see him bring this baby up and it's just like just blue Gatorade. Just yeah,
You don't want to see a priest sweating holding a baby, please. So,
true.
yeah, it's not gonna be good branding.
No, I mean not the priest though, the baby, like coming out of the water, right? Because it's been baptized in Gatorade. Or it just
Yeah,
comes up and it's like electrolytes.
I think they took it out of the oven really early. They
Yeah.
wanted this to work. In all honesty, I know I'm joking about this, but I can see a world where the two can actually intersect, but not at this time. Like the Catholic Church still needs to have experts in this field, and I don't know many that are embroiled in religion to actually be
I don't
diving in.
I don't feel like this is the right aspect. Fatherly advice. Like if you want to read scripture, then let the AI father just sit there and read scripture. That's fine.
All
But
you
people
need,
are asking for advice and you want to hand that over to AI. That's really irresponsible.
yeah, sooner or later we will be getting AI handling confessions, right?
Yeah.
That's even worse. That's got to be
Yeah.
recorded.
Yeah. Then your confessions all over the internet.
So another question I have is,
Maybe what's it called when they give the Christ body and the juice or whatever all that stuff is? Maybe that
communion?
communion. Yeah, maybe communion.
Uh, Have we run out of things to use AI for? Like,
Bro, are none of these people paying attention to the world around them? Like AI chatbot after AI chatbot after AI after AI after AI, there's an issue. Right? New York, the one in New York
yeah,
was telling
the one in
people
New
that
York didn't actually work, and I think that's much more simplistic than actually explaining your imaginary friend to someone.
it's like, can I serve food that rats have been chewing on? And the AI was like, yeah, just tell the customers, like, no.
You want to be honest, right?
I mean, well, it is New York, and I'm sure profit margins are really thin in the restaurant business. So don't
I
tell
want to
nobody, but cut that
I
shit off
want
the
to know
backside.
where they got the name Justin from. Like, is Justin a common priest's name?
Father Justin? I don't know. Is it Justin? Feels like he's too young. I need like a Father Emmanuel or something.
Like having a priest with the name Justin is actually pretty sounds pretty dirty, right? It's just
Eh,
in.
This is a sin. No, it's just in.
We could have been talking about things regarding AI, regarding Ukraine and Russia, and we found ourselves here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good segue though, because I mean, maybe next week we're talking about how Ukraine's AI spokesperson has started World War III.
Yeah, and I guess in a sense, yeah, again, I know we're laughing at this, but there is that danger when AI is actually used in the wrong places. Like we
Hmm,
never actually discuss it. We only discuss where it's going to be used for. But if it was misused, what if it was placed in the wrong industry, right? Uh, Types of work that it doesn't actually belong.
right. I mean,
Like
we
what
can
types
all
of
pretty much admit that religion is, a nice fairy tale, right? Like for the most
I
part.
know I know the answer is pretty stupid regarding the Gatorade thing.
Hmm,
And basically how you take it's just common sense.
right,
But in this generation, like
bro. Bunch of blue babies. You're like, what happened to your baby? Oh, fucking Father Justin.
and we don't actually know if that question was actually a serious one, right?
But hold on, I have a question. Well, I don't think yeah, obviously it wasn't. I don't think a serious question. But this is a serious question. If you bless this water that it just came out of that jug over there, like if you bless this water, it's now holy water, right? Like there's some shit that they do. They say a prayer or whatever. There's no process. It's like I don't think there's you don't put tablets in it and boil it and
Usually it
you know.
has to come from the Vatican, but there are certain priests that they have the authority to actually bless it. It came
Okay.
from, so that's
So
the that they have.
right.
Not
So
every priest can actually bless holy water.
okay. But I mean you got churches, fucking millions of churches all over the world. Obviously they're not getting their water shipped in from the Vatican.
No, they're not.
Right. So there's some much more accessible way of creating holy water. Why can't you create holy Gatorade? What's the difference? It's still blessed. Holy milk. You know what I mean? Like, it's the process that happens. It's not that this water came out of one fountain in the middle of Spain. Like, it's just regular water that gets blessed. So you could bless Gatorade.
We're we're making this plea to a generation that's actually built from bottled water, so I think it's
Yeah.
not a hard sell.
Right. But I mean, could you not? I mean, you could have holy toothpaste. You could have, you know, holy anything as long as it gets blessed by someone that's qualified or
The only thing I want right now is a holy burger. So
it's a holy burger. See, you know what? That would be a good business, man. Like these priests or a couple priests should go into business and just have like where everything is blessed, like French fries, pizza, like
literally something called bless this food.
bless this food, bro. I'm about to go to
Anyone want to start a franchise with priests? Bless
what is
this
that
food.
called? Let's just
Bless
become
this,
priests.
right?
I think it would be easier just to become a priest and then start a restaurant and then just bless everything. Bro, that's the spot after church. Of course. You're not going to, I don't know where people go nowadays. Golden Corral after church. I don't know where they go. Kenny Rogers.
This is a bad well that we've fallen into now, right?
But I mean, in the midst of all the silliness, it's kind of true.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think the Gatorade answer, now that I've given it some thought, it's not that bad of an answer. What if you don't have nothing else? What if you're what if you're trapped in the lost in the desert? You have a newborn and a priest. newborn, a newborn, a priest. I don't know somebody else walking through the desert.
I love that this podcast has really turned into a dissertation that's defending this AI.
I'm just saying, like worst case scenario. right? Like I said, you're lost. It's some life-threatening thing. Your baby hasn't been baptized yet. There just happens to be a priest there, and you don't have anything but Gatorade.
Yeah.
I mean, what stops it from happening? The electrolytes and the sugar. It's still
You make
basically water.
I would say you're making a great point because people tend to do this with wedding rings.
There you go.
We supplement sometimes when we're in a
Yeah,
state where we're not a wedding ring is not available to someone or engagement ring.
all right. Fucking
So
onion rings, do all kinds of crazy shit.
yeah, onion rings. Why would you have onion rings, by the way?
Well, I mean, if you're getting engaged at,
Burger
Red
King,
Robin, you're gonna have, yeah, you're gonna
Robin,
have some, yeah, you gonna. It's like, you
engagement
realize
rings
that,
at Burger King suddenly spike up, right? Just because
yeah,
it's easier.
when you realize this girl you've been dating for 6 months can pound a fucking quadruple whopper. It's like that's love at first sight, bro. We're doing this right now.
Yeah, since we've opened this Pandora's box regarding tech and religion, do you think there is an argument to be made for anyone in the religious sector, say the Catholics or any person in the Vatican, to actually specialize in the current technology, particularly for this AI stuff? Since they did try to utilize it, I know this is a small sector within the religion,
Right,
but what if this was actually successful at the jump?
right.
Do you think there's an argument to be made that they can actually at least provide experts regarding this?
Um, yeah. I mean, I think it's up to the user to decide what he wants to learn from AI. Like, do you want to know about history? Right. Of course. Okay. So give me a 10-minute dissertation on, the history of the Vatican or whatever. That's fine. But like, um, I'm engaged to be married and I just realized I don't love my wife. What do I do? You don't need that advice from an AI. That needs to come from a real person.
Yeah, man, I believe it undercuts the importance of a priest, right? If it is
Definitely.
actually imposed.
Absolutely. I mean, that's worse than saying a monkey can do your job.
Yeah, we don't know the judgment behind them actually deciding this. They did state it. We still
It's
say we still think
it's
it's BS. No offense,
it's a
Father, but
bandwagon. I think it's the bandwagon mentality, man. Everybody else is doing it. Let's do it. You know what'd be cool if we had an AI priest? You don't need one.
yeah, you're already doing the Lord's work, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what's God saying about this?
It would be sad if he actually designed it. So
He's probably the one who was like Gatorade. Like
yeah, for
I'm gonna defame this blasphemous computer program.
yeah, for those that are actually still interested in checking out Just Justin, he's still actually available on Catholic.com. If you want to ask his advice on certain stuff,
Yeah,
uh, please be mindful. He's still learning.
yeah, don't yeah. I mean,
It,
I don't know. I can see actually now. The more I think about it, the more I kind of get it. Like, maybe there are some things that even in confession you just don't want to say
that's why I
to
asked you
another
to triple
person.
check if the news was actually real. Like,
Oh, it's real. It's real. It's real. It's definitely real. Uh, but I mean, the more I think about it, the more it seems plausible, right? Like you're giving people kind of an outlet if they are maybe apprehensive about talking to an actual human. Like this could be, but then I mean that would move into, should we replace therapists with AI? Should we replace um, should Alcoholics Anonymous be like all AI? Like
what's
Jesus. I mean,
scary to me is suddenly 911 will be replaced with AI
yeah,
because that's the nearest thing that I can think of here that
right.
is actually empathy driven, that can only be operated by humans.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's nuances, right? There's certain
Yeah.
nuances, you know. Like
And
if
there's
some
certain
if
decision makings involved in giving your answers. Like we've
yeah,
heard stories regarding how good 911 operators have been when it comes to handling disasters like suicide and hostage takings, like certain issues that an AI may not be tactful enough to actually make a decision for it. And the AI may dismiss a call that's not under protocol.
right. I mean, you get someone that's terrified in a closet that is terrified to speak, and then you have AI saying, you know, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Please
Let
speak
me
up.
ring your phone.
Yeah, I detect the problem. I should call your house phone. And then it's like, Jesus. Whereas,
Like,
yeah, so yeah, there's certain things that need a human touch. And I would say this is one of those things.
yeah. Anyway, with that being said, hopefully our audience actually enjoys this. We've been having fun regarding it. But in any case, this type of technology, when used correctly, is actually beneficial for us. And if anyone is actually in any issues, needs someone to talk to, you have your loved ones with you or your friends, rather than speaking to a chat bot that
Yeah,
might not give you correct answers, because oftentimes it's the human touch that everyone actually craves, not just
that's
someone
very
to
true.
converse with.
That's very true.
Okay. With that being said, thank you again for joining us for another episode of Tech Times Daily. My name is Christian Tijares. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And on behalf of my co host, just Chris, we'll see you in the next.